Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Fantastic.
Nice, thank you.
So yeah, we'll talk to the camera.
Okay.
And if you just want to start off with your name, what you study here, what you're involved in on campus.
Okay.
Social security number, visa number.
That's great if you want to throw it in. And then just talk a little bit about your study abroad experience.
Okay, for sure. My name is Tim Witham. I am a senior on campus.
Yeah, can you hold on
Sure.
1 second? Are we in your way?
I'm sorry, that's
Oh,
my
sorry.
office
Oh,
right in
I'm
there.
so sorry.
I'm sorry. We're just going to be here for like 15 minutes if you don't
That's
mind.
fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry about
Thanks.
that.
No, that's okay.
So I'm sorry, name,
Name,
I
major,
study,
involvement,
and
study abroad.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
My name is Tim Witham, and I study geosciences at the University of Tulsa. And I'm going to start over. Sorry, that was
No,
really
you're
weird.
good.
Hi, my name is Tim Witham. I study geosciences on campus, and I have minors in English and math. As far as what I'm involved with on campus, I am an orientation leader, a university ambassador, and I am involved with the geology club. As far as my study abroad experience goes, I went to Brazil and got to stay with a host family for a month over the summer after my junior year. And it was really fun because we got to go to the beach pretty much every day when we got done with classes, and I just love the beach. I'm like a big kid when I get on the waves, and they just hit me, and I like to fall over, and I just laugh about it. It's great. Also really liked a lot of the food there, obviously. I think TU students are very familiar with good dining options, so it was nice to get to go and have some really good food with a family that prepared it for us.
And you studied geosciences with some of I remember reading your blog posts about like, they were like really great
Oh, yeah.
field
Yeah.
researchers. I don't know
Exactly,
how to
that was
phrase
really cool. So I really I think this is true for pretty much every geoscience major. We really like the outdoors. That's why we decided to get really involved with our majors, because we know that that's a component of it, and oftentimes a really big part of it too. And so it was really just an incredible experience to go abroad, because geology is a global science, and getting to interact and interface with people from other places and other countries that have a very unique perspective on their particular slice of the world. It was great because we got to go out in the field and learn from these people who know it like the back of their hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what made you first think about, I'll wait till people are done walking by, but what first made you think about going abroad, whether it was like an advertisement or a person, or just always wanted to?
I think the first thing that I remember is coming to campus as a freshman. Yeah, sure.
Squeaky door.
It's all good. I think the first thing was I remember coming to campus for orientation week before we even started school as a freshman, and a lot of the orientation leaders and also pretty much every student I talked to said that it was something that they had either done or they really wished they could do, and that it was something that could be pretty easily done through the Center for Global Education offices. So I always had that in mind, and my academic advisor, Dr. Tabb, in the Geosciences department, he had a program kind of in the pipeline that was going to be the Brazil trip. So that's really kind of been on the books since I was a sophomore, basically, and then got to do it after my junior year.
That's great.
Yeah.
And who encouraged you most to go abroad? Was it family or friends or Dr. Tabb?
It was definitely Dr. Tabb. He was always someone who is very worldly to me, and so the fact that he could list off all of the different kind of geologic processes that go into the formation of specific areas of the world really made me realize that geology is something that shouldn't just happen in a classroom. It's something that needs to happen in an outdoor experience, and talking with a lot of different people about how they interact with the world and what we can all gain from learning more about science in general. But also my dad, he used to work for a European-based company, and so he's traveled all over. So I think it's been something that I'm really fortunate to have been a part of my life for a while.
Great. And how do you think that this experience shaped your view of the world?
It made me realize that everyone's the same, pretty much. I always joke about how the grandma we stayed with, she only spoke Portuguese, and we had very broken Portuguese. Trying to speak with her really proved to be an enlightening experience, but also a humbling one, because all the American students, we realized how we needed to know a lot more of the language to speak with her. But the funniest thing was she acted just like an average grandma would in America. She watched her soap operas every day, and more importantly, she just really showed us a lot of love and opened up her house to us. And so it really made me appreciate how everyone in the world, at least from my experience in Brazil, is a lot like us.
I stayed with grandparents too in Spain. They were hilarious.
Yeah, they're great.
They were just like well, they were nosier because in Spain everyone's like really.
Oh,
into
yeah,
business.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she also had this huge cat. Like, I'm a dog person, and it was like the size of a dog. It was crazy. I love that cat, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She named it Sucrut, which I'm pretty sure means like sweetie in Portuguese, so that was really funny. Yeah.
My friend named her cat Kushka, which we then learned is bitch in Bulgarian. She just Googled it one day.
Yeah. That's
Anyways. And how do you feel that this experience changed you as a person? That might be kind of
It's a
the
tough
same
one.
question. if
Yeah,
you
it's
want
kind of
me
the
to-
same one.
If it helps, you can redirect that to how it shaped your future, your career path.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, so how it changed me, it definitely made me realize that studying abroad or just going to different countries isn't something you should be afraid about. I'm going to be going to Ireland actually this upcoming summer to finish up my courses, and it's really nice I'm going to a country that speaks English, but I think the thing that studying abroad in Brazil taught me is that, oh, and also with the help from Candace and a lot of the people at the CGE, it made me realize that it's not something that needs to be scary, because if you just research beforehand, you can certainly learn as much as you need to know about the place you're going. And as far as me personally, it definitely made me realize that I would really like to do something with an international community, maybe as a career position.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And how do you think that having an international experience really added to your overall TU experience?
Yeah, TU's been great. It's really just part of what they tell you at the onset, and one of my really good friends said that he's getting a double major in math and music, and what he really likes about TU, and he words it so well, is that they never say no to you. They let you do what you want to do. And so I can certainly say that study abroad is something that wasn't difficult. It was really easy to fit in with my course load and actually applied to some of the courses I needed to take anyway. So I would just say that make sure that if you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I have time or if it'll give me the courses I need, I would say it's, in many cases, from my experience, better than taking a class here, just because you can get that experience outside of the university classroom and go someplace where you're learning from experts in the field, just from a different part of the world.
Great. And how do you feel like you've been able to draw on your experiences since returning to campus, whether it's changed how you look at your field or how you look at your international peers?
This one was actually the hardest for me to think of like a good answer, but just on campus it opened up because we had professors from the foreign languages department, so Portuguese and Spanish, and I would have never met those professors in the capacity that I got to interact with them over the course of a month or for the week leading up to when we actually went to Brazil. So I'm extremely thankful for that, because it just showed me that TU has amazing professors, no matter what part of campus it is.
Great. Let's see, just a few more questions. Have you been able to draw on your experiences in any like interviews or any like job interviews?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is I'm going to grad school next, and it was really easy, and it was really nice to have something as deeply personable as studying abroad, because that was a big part of what I've gotten out of my undergraduate years, so writing about that was really a big part of my application process.
Great. And what advice would you have for first-year TU students who are thinking about studying abroad?
I was lazy and took too long to figure out what I wanted to do studying abroad-wise. Certainly ask your professors, because they might have a program in mind that really is specifically tailored to what you want to be doing as an undergraduate anyway. That's what happened to me, basically. But I'd also encourage you to really look at, if there's a country you've maybe heard or read about from friends or wherever, I think it's really possible to do your own sort of course through study abroad. So really figure out what you want to do, and maybe think about it just a little bit as early as possible and go talk to the nice people at the CGE.
Thank you for the shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'm just really thankful because I am a planning person, but it can stress me out. So having people who know how to do everything is really nice. So that was a big load off my back. And thank you.
Cool.
All right, great.
That's the interview.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, well, thank you all so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for coming over here with us.
Well, no, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.